Hey, hello everyone. So I have my script on my phone, so I will be reading off my phone. Just if you all see me like glancing to the side. So let me go ahead and begin with. In the reading Cinema of White Grievance, From Roots to White Ethnic. Basically in the reading, Matthew Freed Jobson explains how the movie Rocky can be understood as an example of white grievance in American culture during the times of the 1970s. Jacobson argues that the film changes the usual story of inequality by making the white ethnic character, Rocky Balboa, appear as the person struggling against an unfair society, where Balboa is an Italian American from a poor working class neighborhood in Philadelphia. He is shown as someone who has been ignored and overlooked, even though he has talent and determination. Instead of focusing on a minority group facing discrimination, the movie presents a white ethnic character as the underdog who must fight his way to success. The example Jacobson points out is the contrast between Balboa and Creed, Apollo. Rocky is portrayed as poor, humble, and connected to the struggles of everyday working class Americans. He lives in a small apartment, works small jobs, does not receive the same opportunities as wealthy or successful people. Meanwhile, Creed is shown as confident, wealthy champion who has fame, money, and power. Basically, the opposite of Balboa. Jacobson argues that this reverses traditional racial roles because the African American character is presented as the person with social advantages, while the white ethnic character is presented as disadvantaged. Another example is how Balboa's journey is about proving that he deserves recognition in a society that he feels very much forgotten. Apollo Creed represents success and privileges, while Rocky represents the forgotten, working class, white ethnic community. The film also suggests that people like Rocky have also experienced struggles and have been left behind during a time where other minority groups were gaining more attention for civil rights and equality. Moving on, Jacobson connects the message to the 1978 Bake v. University of California Board of Regents affirmative action case. In that case, Alan Bake, a white applicant, argued that affirmative action policies unfairly limited opportunities for white applicants. Jacobson compares Bake's argument to Rocky's story because both involve white individuals who believe they're being disadvantaged, while other groups receive more support or more recognition. The author's point is that during the post-civil rights era, some white Americans began to deserve themselves as victims of a system that was changing to address racial inequality. He is not saying that Rocky's struggles are fake. He is not invalidating them. But he does argue that the movie reflects a very much cultural shift where some white ethnic groups began emphasizing their own hardships and identity. The film did become popular just because it connected with audiences who felt ignored or audiences that felt left behind. I do agree with the argument because movies can reflect a political and social issues that were created at that time. Rocky shows a white working person that is like struggling, and it contrasts with him with a successful black character. I also think the movie can just be viewed as a simple determination story, hard work and overcoming your personal challenges, rather than just a message about what people are trying to make it seem like, which is race. Jacobson argues that Rocky represents cinema of white grievance because it just changes the traditional underdog story by making it a white story. But the person who faces hardship while portraying Apollo Creed as a more privileged character.